Hey, this is the Aroma Junkie, and today I'll be reviewing Skillet Blueberry Cobbler. This is a 3-wick candle from Goose Creek, and I'm doing this review to help you make an informed decision in case you're thinking about buying this candle and just to share my thoughts. So this candle recently came out as part of their fall lineup of candles during the summer. It was part of the camping collection, along with a slew of other candles which included Campsite Embers, Evergreen Trail, Moonlit Slow Dance, Mountainside Lake, Wilderness Hike, and a few others from what I recall. And I brought almost every single one in this collection, but this actually was the one that stood out the most to me because it's a gourmand, and I'm a huge gourmand lover. I'm always on the hunt for a good blueberry scented candle. And I want to start by thanking Goose Creek for sending me a replacement because this arrived damaged, the original one. But let's get into the scent notes. This has warm blueberries, baked cobbler, and vanilla ice cream. It comes with clear white wax and medium ropey wicks. And when I saw this label, I just knew I was going to buy it. Just from the name alone, I knew it would be something yummy. There's a full blue wraparound, and the design has sort of these marks like the ones that appear on a frying pan over time after frequent use, like on a grill, sort of those markings. It has a standard silver lid, and everything about this design was doing it for me. It was calling my name because I wanted something sweet, warm blueberry pastry burning in the background because I don't cook or bake. And the label makes me hungry. And immediately my hips got a few inches bigger just by looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Sadly, the scent itself could not live up to the amazing packaging, which is unfortunate. So I'm fairly new to Goose Creek, and I only learned about them because of All About Candles, so definitely check out his channel when you get a chance. And I'm actually approaching close to 1 year of shopping with them, and I've learned a lot as a consumer about their products, so let me say this and get it out of the way. This is an extremely disappointing candle, and I have noticed that Goose Creek really struggles when it comes to blueberry scented candles, including gourmand candles, where it is pastry specific, and either from the label or scent notes, one would naturally think there is a bread baking component to it, and you'll get that scent of bread baking, but you don't. They really struggle with that. And of course, with all Goose Creek candles, it's just a blind purchase. I'm not going to Walmart to buy their candles because my local Walmart is really far away, and the store itself doesn't carry every single item in their catalog. So as soon as I lifted the lid, I do get a blueberry scent, but it's very faint, and it's a sweet blueberry note similar to like a blueberry drizzle or syrup type of note that you would put over pancakes, but it is by no means a strong scent on cold. And that's really all I was getting. So if you're at IHOP and you don't want the standard maple syrup, this is the blueberry syrup you'd ask the waitress to get you. And I wasn't getting any warm blueberries, baked cobbler, or vanilla ice cream at all from the scent notes listed on the label. And I wouldn't be surprised if this was the same blueberry note they used in a recent blueberry cake donut or the blueberry bundt cake candle of theirs, because that's what it reminded me of most. Is it a repackage? I would say no, but a similar note, and it's probably just that blueberry note they have in their vault or scent lab when coming up with new candle scents that keeps getting recycled, and I have no issue with that. Recycle a scent note if you must, but make it strong, make it special, right? Performance-wise, it almost took the full 4 hours to get an even wax pool during the first burn. I was getting like medium to tiny flames, but I left it alone and let it run its course for the full 4 hours. And when I notice a candle is struggling, I'll leave it alone. I rarely ever scoop melted wax out to help. So during the first burn in my living room, the throw was very light. I could sense it, I could detect it, but all I was getting was the sweet blueberry syrup note, and it was very light. I would give it a 3 for strength and throw in my living room, and during the second burn, I let it go for 2 hours to be safe, and with Goose Creek candles, you always have to because they have serious issues performance-wise. It's like you have to babysit their candles like you were babysitting six kids. The parents aren't home and you need that damn paycheck to save your life. That's how bad it is. And you can see during the subsequent burns that it's already getting sooty and dirty, and I'm not even at the 50% mark. And I babied this thing to death. And even with that, this thing just could not project whatsoever. I honestly had to get real close to smell what the intended purpose of this candle was. I would have to be like 2 feet away or literally on top of it after I blew it out to get the throw. So I finally put this in my small bedroom with the third burn, and that's where I finally got what this candle was meant to be. And does that mean it's a powerhouse and set the dance floor on fire? Does it mean it smacked me in my face with that throw after 2 hours of leaving it locked in my bedroom by itself? And the answer is a big fat no. The strength and throw got to a 4, but I wasn't getting any of those scent notes whatsoever. There was no warm cobbler and there was no vanilla ice cream of any kind. This is just a straight up blueberry syrup in a bottle at a diner, and it's not even the regular one. It's like a diet version or a light version if such a thing exists. And my three biggest issues are the name, the picture on the label, and the scent notes. I think all of that is very misleading. This really should be titled blueberry syrup because it's not giving a definition of anything in the picture. And on top of that, it has this smell that I noticed Goose Creek does a lot, where if it's a pastry and you think you're going to get that pastry and bread baking in an oven or over a pan kind of scent, where the bread is turning from dough to like golden brown and toasted form, you don't get that whatsoever. Whatever note they're using to elicit that comes off as a burned scent. And I mean something that is charred or been on a grill or in the oven for too long. You know, like you dozed off and you forgot you were even baking. And when you woke up and you open the oven, it was nothing but dark smoke. And that's what I'm getting with this. And during the subsequent burns, this was really the only prominent note that I was getting. The blueberry syrup note had really taken a backseat at that point, and I find it so wasteful to throw a candle out. So I let this go in my bathroom because I couldn't deal with it anymore. And I rarely burn candles in my bedroom. Every candle to me is a living room candle, but this got banished to the bathroom, and I think there was about 30 to 20% left at that point, and I just threw it out. I honestly was tired of abusing myself. So this brings me to my final thoughts, and this candle gets a 2 out of 10 for strength and throw in a moderate sized living room. I was extremely disappointed in this one, and honestly almost felt tricked. It didn't even bother me that the strength and throw was weak because the blueberry syrup candle has been done to death numerous times over from every candle company in America. And to add insult to injury, there's that charred, overcooked, I'm standing next to a volcano note here, which completely ruined everything. Whoever's on the team working on developing new candle scents, I have a lot of questions for them, and I mean a lot. I just want to know what's going through their mind. So I'm going to approach blueberry scented candles from Goose Creek very differently going forward, and I mean my rose tinted glasses will be coming off. This is a hard pass for me, and this is one and done, never again. So thank you again for checking out my review. If you like, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, feel free to share this with your friends, and let me know your thoughts down below on this candle.